Okay, and we're live.
It's a beautifully big year as we get ready to start this race. The drivers are at the line, and it looks like we're almost set. Racers, start your engines. Go!
Wait a second. Let's look. Which arm's moving?
What's this? A mystery car has just entered the race. He's coming from behind. Like a bullet.
Hi, Bushman. Hi, Kipcraft. Did I plug it in the right spot? No, I did not. Actually, I have to restart this animation because I plugged it in the wrong plug. There's two plugs on the side of my computer, and one makes, for whatever reason, it's just really slow when I plug it in. Yeah, so we gotta plug that back in, and I'm gonna change the settings to make sure they're back how they were. Alright.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. In a shocking turn of events, the mystery car seems to be picking off each racer one by one. I wouldn't want to be out on that track tonight. This driver is out for blood.
Yeah, that'll work. I think maybe his legs should be a little longer. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Give me 1 second. We're just gonna need some longer legs. Hi, your card? Can I have $4? I don't think so. Sorry, just I don't have $4 on me. Oh, actually, yeah, I think this should be a thigh and that should be a calf. Because I need those $4. You know, those are my $4. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is better, because now it can, just a little more range. Yeah, I need money too, man. That's sad that I need my $4. Well, why do you need the $4? Nuh-uh. I'm not asking you for $4. I'm asking why do you need them? No, I don't want your $4. Fell. Piece of them fell. It's not a super important piece. Oh, put them back. Yeah, that just looks better. For 3D printer, what are you gonna print with $4 on a 3D printer? What's up, Meso? Wait. This one should be like that, and this one should be like that. We'll see if this. You might end up just going with how it was before, but we'll see. You're gonna print me? Wait. Yeah, this is moving forward. So this is moving back. Alrighty. Oh, wait a second. Actually, I think I messed it up. You're gonna print a Halo gun? Which one specifically? That's cool. Magnum? CE Magnum? Which one? There's a lot of different Magnums. Which game specifically? Alright, whatever. I guess he's moving. He's moving pretty quick. I could have eased into the walk more, but whatever. Halo Reach Magnum? Oh, I was just playing that. I like the that one works probably. Well, the CE one works the best, but the CE one's overpowered. But the Halo Reach one is probably the second best at least. That was kind of a big movement. Yeah, at least move that foot forward. What about $2? I'm sorry, man. I ain't giving away money. Let's see. Balance is good though. Ow. On my elbow. We're gonna start again. I don't know, just not feeling it. I want to kind of figure out how to animate this guy because I'm going to be doing some longer work with him. Maybe a little. No, I don't have a shirt that says that. I don't think I ever will. kind of want him to feel heavy when he walks. So I could add that. I don't care. What's in the news? All right, now. Which one? Across the Spider-Verse? Yeah, I saw that one. That one was great. Not work. Oh, what's up, Sean? Well, frick. How was it? Was it? Okay, it was on that way. Might need to make him put down a bit lower. Yeah. No, I want to use twist. Okay, I'm happy with that. Ugh. I messed up. Something like that. I mean, I don't. I actually think technically the character's not a robot, but he looks like one, so close enough. It's a Shrapnel. He's a character from DC Comics. But... just a test animation, not a short. Oh, frick. Okay. Okay. Okay, that might be a little too much. Yeah. Regular ball joints are super ratchety. Okay. Yeah, translucent pieces light up when you put lights on them. Which is great if you don't want to do the digital effects, because those can be extremely time consuming. And the light thing can honestly look pretty good. That song's kind of mid. I don't know half these songs because I didn't listen to this album. These are unreleased songs from an album. What's up, Blue Water Phillips? Just doing some more tests and stuff. The leg shouldn't be moving out that far. It should move. Okay. Okay. No, I haven't. I've seen some trailers. I might see it in theaters. We'll see. I don't know. I skipped out on Black Adam and Flash. I mean, I guess I could technically still see Flash. I don't think I am. Somebody's driving loud. I'll see it on HBO probably. Just not in theaters. I'm not really in a rush. This honestly sounds pretty different to the actual song. Yeah, I don't really care. I thought the rebrand was kind of stupid, and honestly, there's been a lot of problems. They made it blue, which is already streaming services that are blue. They should have stuck with the purple. No, that's fun. I went to Yosemite for a day the other day. Not camping, just. Yeah, it's like there's already like multiple blue streaming services. But purple was unique. They should have kept it. And Max is like it's a stupid. I don't know. I just think just calling it Max is stupid. It's like it's oversimplification, you know. I get that now it has a lot of stuff that isn't HBO anymore, but still. Well, that's probably the streaming service I might probably use the most currently. Because I barely ever use Disney Plus in all honesty. And Netflix is, I don't know, there's. Torso should be churning. Because, yeah, they have a lot of decent stuff on there. At least as far as the stuff I like. I don't know. I never finished the new season of Stranger Things. I don't know. I like the show. I did, but it's not like I was happy with season 3. And honestly, I don't remember much about season 3. I don't know. I think my mom watched the first Extraction. I saw a bit of it. Maybe it's not bad. I really didn't see enough to like tell the quality of it. But to me, it just seemed really generic, so I wasn't interested. Maybe I was just in a boring part of the movie. Because like when I saw it, there was like no action, or like there was some action, but it wasn't very good from what I remember. But I was also tired, so I don't know. Maybe one day I'll give those movies a shot. But they just seem really generic to me. Oh yeah, hi Cappy. I always want to say capybara. Chapaperas? Chaperas? Chaperas? Is it Chaperas or Chaperas? I feel like Chaperas makes more sense. I don't know, but capybara is just what I want to say. I just like capybaras. R-rated one shots. I mean, one take fight scenes can be cool, but they can also be really bad. Like a lot of people do them who don't need to. Chappy Perez. Wait. Is it Cap or Chap or Chapa Perez? Chip. I already forgot how I said it immediately. I'm happy with this. Chaperas, like that. Chaperas. I'm learning. I'm learning. Maybe I still might have said it wrong. I'm terrible at pronouncing a lot of things. Like I listened to this one jazz thing, and I forget his name. But like I have not pronounced it. I'm trying not to say his name because I know I will botch it horribly. It won't. It's not like it's an offensive name or anything, or it could sound offensive. No, it just I know I'm going to literally botch it as soon as I try to say it. Maybe you'll sub to me. Maybe. All right. I mean, it's okay. I think because like for the longest time, people didn't know how to pronounce my YouTube name, and a lot of people still don't. It's Gilgi, not Gilgi. Is how a lot of people thought it was. And the only reason I know for sure it's pronounced that way specifically, because technically somebody could argue it's pronounced the other way, because it is a made up word, at least as far as I know. Maybe there's a word spelled exactly the same way that's real, that's pronounced Gilgi, but it's based off my last name. But yeah, Gilgi. Yeah, just like Gil and then Gi. That's it. But, you know, these things happen. especially if you're not saying your name on YouTube like regularly. Because like I don't start every video with like, "Hi, I'm Gilgy." So. Okay, we're getting it. We're getting it. We got to stabilize him a bit. Stay stable. Oh, frick. I think I bumped the camera. The camera. Yeah, maybe I should start doing that at the beginning of every video, even if it's like 5 seconds long. Just freaking, like, put a bunch of filler in it, even when there's like only 5 seconds of animation done. Okay. Sorry. Is this the same song? This is the same song. It's a good song, but this one just played. I don't like. I'll be honest. I don't think I could vlog. I could only like maybe kind of vlog if it's like behind the scenes of a video. I don't know. It's just I don't feel like I'm built like not built, but like just ain't in my DNA. If it was, I'd be this would be a vlogging channel. This would be Gilgy Vlogs, not just stop motion videos. Okay. It's not looking terrible. Just not something I could do. Yeah, maybe it's a little too much. When was this one made? 1979, when this was recording. This was a while ago. Yeah. Also, like, I never have found vlogs entertaining. I don't know. Maybe if, like, I'm trying to think of any channel where I've actually watched the vlogs. I don't know. just never found like vlog channels entertaining. Just not my thing. I don't know. I don't feel like seeing a guy like go shopping or something, or I don't know. Whatever they do in vlogs. What do people do in vlogs? I used to watch a lot of Storytime animators. I think maybe I watch a couple here and there. They're fun. Some of them, though, I think I don't want to be like super snobby, but I think some of them do actually make really nice animations. But I saw some that I would use the term animator loosely. It's more like an animatic or a glorified storyboard, which isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you're not really watching it for the animation most of the time. You're more watching it just to get the person's narration. And the drawings are still fun. I don't know if I'd call them animations, you know? But there are some that honestly make really great animations in their video. So not all Storytime animators. I'm gonna start adding like little, cause okay, so what this guy does is he's called Shrapnel and he shoots like shards of metal everywhere. So I want to do that in this test. What's a canon event? Otto's out improving his animation. I mean that's good. I know he's got a team. He's got a lot of people helping him out too, which is always nice. Working with other people is always great. If you can. All right. I think. Yeah. Ooh. They're fun. It's not always. Sometimes it's not like actual animation, just like a voice acting thing too. Though organizing them is annoying. Props to people who regularly organize collabs. Yeah, that is a collab in a way. I don't. It doesn't always mean animating in somebody else's videos. Collaboration can mean a lot of things. Mm. Oh, that is really sad. Never mind. Is Gambit French? I forget. This could be. I put the. There it is. Cajun. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah. Not French. Cajun. It's been a while. Those are similar, but not the same thing. I think I just remember him saying like "mon ami" or something, and I was like, French. When I was like 5, and when I saw X-Men, Gambit's pretty rad though. The card thing's sick. I usually don't like superheroes who wear like pinkish kind of costumes. Not because I don't like the color. I just can't think of many off the top of my head that look good. But Gambit pulls it off. Yeah, Gambit's a fun character. I forget. All the cool X-Men don't get like much of the spotlight in the movies. At least my personal favorites. Like I like Nightcrawler. I think then Gambit. And then like Wolverine's obviously great, but he gets all the spotlight. And Cyclops is good in some stories. It's just he's also really bad in some stories. I feel kind of bad for Cyclops. He doesn't. A lot of people think he's boring, and that's mainly just because of the movies and stuff. And also, there's a lot of in the comics. There's a lot of stories where he's poorly written. I think, and yeah, like Colossus is a lot of fun. He's in the Deadpool movies, and he was in the older X-Men movies. So is Nightcrawler, but only for one, and then he was gone. You know, and he was in Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse, but he wasn't. He was lame in that one. I don't know. They just made him like a teenager. X-Men Evolution, he was alright though, when he was a teenager, but in the newer ones, I don't know, there's nothing memorable about Nightcrawler in the newer ones. I don't know, maybe there isn't a Dark Phoenix or whatever the new one was, but I didn't see it. If the first movie's bad, I usually don't see the sequel. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Materia? Materia? Because there's two A's. Okay, so I need something to like support the. I mean, Nightcrawler has the action scene in X-Men 2 at the beginning is so bad. Like, I guess that's a dated word. I feel like it's not used by many people, but I like it. But that scene where he like, I don't. The scene where like he like attacks the White House. Hopefully, I don't get put on an FBI watch list for saying that. Even though I'm talking about a movie, but who knows? Is so cool. That opening scene in X-Men 2 is like the coolest thing ever. As a kid, that's kind of what got me interested in the character. And then there was the 90s X-Men cartoon. Did a lot of cool things with him. I'm not a super religious guy, but I really like the fact that Nightcrawler is. I think it works so well for his like visual design. And just because like I'm not religious doesn't mean I can't enjoy a character who is, you know? Well, I am somewhat, but not super not like Nightcrawler. But I can definitely enjoy Nightcrawler, and I think that's one aspect that makes him really unique. And honestly, to me, that's one of my favorite parts of the character. He's pretty funny, and he's got a lot of charm in the comics. He's in the movie. I mean, he helps teleport them in the base. In X-Men 2, he's all right, but he just doesn't appear in any of the other ones, which always annoyed me. There was enough to like build off of him. To be fair, those X-Men movies did a lot of characters kind of dirty. They did Rogue really dirty. That was not my Rogue. That's also a really fun character. Rogue's great too. But I feel like, you know, if you're going to say Gambit's great, you might as well say Rogue's great also. You can't, at least to me, it's almost like you can't really have one or the other. Yeah, like I don't think that should be a problem for liking a character. Even if like I know people who aren't religious who still love Nightcrawler. Cuz he's more just like at least in the animated series, it's not just his religion, but it's more his optimism. That's what makes him likable. That's the religion is the cause for his optimism, but it's very likable. Seeing somebody who is like shunned by society be that optimistic, just it's cool. It just makes her a pretty solid character. And you know, him looking like a big blue demon but being religious is just I think that's a cool visual thing for the character. I think that's just fun. Yeah, Rogue's great. But then the movies made her suck. At least the first one, from what I remember. Who's a Iceman? No, no. Where was Gambit? Where was Gambit at? I will not tolerate this. I want Gambit. No, Iceman's cool in the comics too. Just in those movies, which and a lot they did a lot of good things. They made superhero movies more mainstream, but we could definitely use. They could get a new. I hope if they do get in the MCU, which eventually will happen, that the MCU does a good job with them. I don't know if I have huge faith in that, but we'll see. We'll just wait and see. I don't know. I just feel like especially Nightcrawler. I really think he's not that hard of a character to understand. For right, he's pretty I don't know. Simple is the right word, but his concept's pretty easy to understand. So I feel like for a writer, he can't be that hard to work with. In Gambit, you just need to make him charismatic. I don't like Jubilee. I've never liked Jubilee, but you know what? I think Dazzler's all right. I can deal with Dazzler, but I don't like Jubilee. Just I didn't like her in the show. She was always kind of whiny and annoying. And if your character already has a stupid power and they're annoying, it's like, eh. But Dazzler's all right. I like Beast. He's also rad. A lot of just the X-Men in general have a lot of really good characters. He was actually pretty solid in the what's it called? The I don't know what to call them. The older movies, and he was good in X-Men First Class. Yeah. Hmm. I'm gonna go back a bit. Oh. He fell, but I very quickly set him back up. Oh, give me 1 second. Is Beast always a pacifist? I feel like he'll fight, but only if he really needs to. Whereas Logan's just kind of like. I like when Logan's like a grumpy old guy. I think that's my favorite Logan. When he feels like a grumpy old guy who's kind of annoyed with the X-Men because a lot of them are kind of amateurs and rookies. I think that's kind of my favorite one. I don't really care about the love triangle with Jean Grey. I think it's kind of stupid. It doesn't keep my interest. I feel like there's other love triangles you could do with the X-Men characters. For Wolverine, it's just kind of weird because he's like a bajillion years old, like literally. She's like 30, sometimes a lot younger. And then who else is there? There's more characters. It's just I'm not that big of an X-Men fan, but I read some here and there, and I watched the cartoons as a kid. But Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Men. Probably Wolverine, even though he's overused. He's still probably my second favorite, just because I like him. Gambit might be third, honestly. I like his design a lot. That honestly is the '90s-ness of Gambit's design is honestly probably one of the things keeping him in second. Rogue is pretty fun though. Storm is cool. Because she acts like as a cool mentor figure to a lot of the X-Men, which I like. I don't know, her powers are just sick. And her costume, I like the big cape. I'm a sucker for like over dramatic superhero costumes, and that's definitely extremely dramatic. Yeah, like so it's like I don't know. I just feel like that love triangle is weird. You know, I don't get it. Was that a thing in the comics, or was that just like in the movies? I know him and Cyclops and Wolverine have always been like. I guess it was a thing in the animated show, right? I don't remember too well. I remember him and Cyclops have always been kind of like butting heads, but I don't know if it was always about Jean. I thought they just kind of didn't mesh, which I think that's fine. You don't really need a love triangle to make them disagree with each other. Oh, thanks, Fidget Studios. But yeah, I like Storm a lot. She got the big flowy cape. Who else is there? I mean, there's Colossus, which I like him a lot, but like. I don't know too much about Colossus. I'm not like. I know he's like a Russian. That's about it. And I don't know. Colossus is fun. I'll be honest. I've never been a Jean like. I don't know. Maybe there are some comics where Jean Grey's a good character, but she just kind of dies all the time. That's all I remember that she does. Like I like every other, like all the other female X-Men are way cooler. Actually, okay, I forgot about Jubilee. I take that back, but I think she's mostly just in the animated show. Jean's like the most boring one. Yeah, I know that was a design a while back. Oh, but the Juggernaut's also cool. I like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants is cool. Magneto's a great villain. Um, but he's a villain that you can easily have kind of ally with the heroes. So I like that about him. I think that's cool. Um, and like yeah, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants is all pretty memorable. Like Blob. I like Blob. I don't know much about Blob, but I like Blob. Juggernaut's cool. Um, Toad's great. I like Toad. But yeah, like Magneto's cool. Even like there's those characters who just live in the sewer. I like those characters. I forget what they're called, but they're just a bunch of mutants that like live in the sewers. I think they're actually rad. That's kind of a cool concept. From what I remember, the designs are all pretty boring because it's just like ragged clothes because they live in the sewer. Um, but yeah. Psylocke's cool. She was in the '90s, and she has like the ability to conjure like the pink weapons. I remember her from I forget. She was in X-Men the animated series. It was very limited. She was something else because I remember watching it. But I remember I had a toy of her and Wolverine that I bought in like a pack as a kid. I know she's cool. She's got like the cool powers. I don't know much about the character, but her powers are neat. Um, I like the color purple. So yeah. I didn't mention Kitty Pryde. She's fun because she's the main focus in what's it called in X-Men: Days of Future Past in the comic, but in the movie they're just like Wolverine because everybody likes Wolverine. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. X-Men aren't like in the '90s they were huge, but not anymore. I had a comic about the Juggernaut. It's in storage though right now. I mean, but she has cool powers, and they could work really well for an action scene. I think she can definitely be used more. No, that makes me think of Angel. I was never an Angel fan. I mean, I don't know if he's bad or anything, but like, I mean, the Archangel design is cool, but I'm not like a huge like. I don't know much about the character other than oh, he's all right. I like the Archangel design, but I honestly never liked his original design that much. I saw that one scene though. The stuff with him in the third movie was one of the best parts of that. The like in the original X-Men trilogy for the movie series, his stuff was probably some of the best parts in that film. But yeah, Shadow Cat. That's Kitty Pryde. Um, yeah, her powers are really unique, especially in the comics. The comics utilize them in really fun ways. And honestly, I think in a lot of ways she works really well for the Days of Future Past storyline. I mean, the X Men Days of Future Past movie's good, but I feel like I don't know. Having her as the protagonist in that story worked really well because Wolverine gets like killed off pretty early on in that story, from what I remember. He gets completely disintegrated by some Sentinels, and honestly, it's like a pretty big deal. So I kind of like that. I like the fact that he's killed off. What song is this? Elementary physics. Okay. I like his design more, Archangel, but I honestly don't remember anything about the character other than he has wings and stuff. Him and Nightcrawler should be buddies, or they should hate each other. Honestly, that'd be kind of funny. They need to hate each other at first, and then eventually become buddies. Yeah. Well, was it? Does she want? It's like it's hard to explain how the time travel worked. It's kind of weird, but yeah. The movies never call her that. Yeah, Wolverine dies a lot in the comics. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, Wolverine probably does die a lot. I mean, Old Man Logan, or does he? It's been forever since I'm just thinking of the movie Logan. It's been forever since I read Logan, and honestly, it's been long enough where I don't remember much other than like Hulk ate him when he burst out of Hulk. That was crazy. I don't. Maybe he didn't die at the end of that. I could have sworn he did, but or no, I think he did die. No, never mind. I'm thinking of the time like he got covered in an adamantium and died. That was a different time. He's died a lot. For a character who has a healing factor, he has really died a lot. Yeah, that's just comics. But honestly, I don't. Star Wars is basically like that at this point. I find it really funny. I think that a lot of the Star Wars shows feel like a badly written comic book at this point because nobody can ever actually die. Cad Bane didn't die. They're like, oh, he's Sting beat. That means he's still alive. Even Cobb Vanth didn't die. I don't think. Look, I mean, Cobb Vanth was kind of cool in The Mandalorian season 2, but they could have killed him off. I honestly, at this point, think they might bring back Mace Windu, which personally I think that'd be kind of dumb. It wouldn't make much sense, but whatever. But yeah, comics just they die and then like, oh, their movie's coming out. We gotta bring them back so we can sell comics. Because yeah, Captain America died originally in Civil War. That's just how it is. If you're a superhero in a comic book, you'll probably die. Yeah, and Spider-Man's just always getting like the writer's just like kicking Spider-Man in the balls nonstop. Like literally for no reason. I don't know. I don't think I've read a modern. I don't think I've read a Spider-Man comic that was made in like the past 10 years. Yeah, they brought back Sidious too. Yeah, like it's Star Wars because nobody can die, which I feel like it's called Star Wars. You know, people gotta die other than background characters. And yeah, they're just finding ways to bring characters back. Like it was when Darth Maul came back. All right, it was. You can argue it kind of doesn't make sense, but I'm fine with it. It was cool the first time. Captain America or Iron Man. I'm more of an Iron Man guy just because like I grew up with Iron Man shows as a kid. I don't dislike Captain America, but he's also just like I feel like in a lot of ways he's not that interesting. To be fair, I haven't read that many Captain America comics. I've read Civil War, which Iron Man in the comics, Iron Man acts completely out of character. It's like weird. I think that's why the Secret Invasion storyline happened. They kind of explained why Iron Man was acting crazy. This was acting like a psychopath. I'm just kidding. But like in the movie, I would side with Cap in the movie. But like if we're talking about the characters, I prefer Iron Man. Although the Captain America, I will say, like I'm not saying the movies in the MCU are bad. They're pretty good. I just think there's definitely interesting aspects to Captain America. But he's not a character that I read a lot about in the comics, you know? Second, I'm getting reports. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think because there's not that many other versions of Premiere. Like, there's the Ultimate movie Captain America is from the animated Ultimate Avengers movies. I actually like that one a lot. The opening scenes with him are pretty cool. He might be my favorite. I'm not saying the MCU one's bad, but the MCU movies are pretty solid for Captain America. At least from what I remember, it's been a while, but they're pretty good. You rewatch Civil War because my brother was doing a project on it. Yeah, but like I also kind of I hope maybe one day in some piece of media outside of the comics we get more of an in-depth look into Iron Man's alcohol problem because it's kind of touched upon in the MCU in Iron Man 2, but not really. He just gets drunk at a party one time. I like that, but that's kind of to me the fact that he's kind of an a-hole sometimes is one of the things that like makes Iron Man what's it called like more interesting than Captain America. Because Captain America is like he's as goody two shoes as they come, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that as like a bad thing. I think for his character it works very well. I don't want Captain America to be like corrupt. I more like the stories where he questions if the United States government itself is corrupt. Those are fun. In the '90s, he had the Nomad thing. I think that's if you're gonna do some kind of story with corruption with Captain America, that's what you do. Not make Steve Rogers corrupt. That Hydra storyline was so stupid. No, Captain America's still cool. I like him. I'm just more of an Iron Man guy. I like blue though. And Iron Patriot. I when I was a kid, I thought Iron Patriot was the coolest thing ever. I think that outfit is awesome. I still do. Both the comic version, like the design. The comic version's interesting because it's Norman Osborn who's the Iron Patriot. I think in 3 it was more PTSD from Avengers, which he kind of tried to solve with alcohol. But in the comics, it's a lot more in depth. Like there's the whole demon in a bottle storyline. Um, just in general, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to get like maybe some kind of Iron Man movie where, yeah, Iron Man has always been kind of flawed, which I like that about him. Like, I might say something that some people might consider a little controversial, but character wise, I prefer Batman. I prefer his aesthetic, like the whole aesthetic of Gotham, and I'll read more Batman stories in general because Batman has way better villains and just storylines usually. But like the actual character themselves, I think I prefer Iron Man to Batman. Batman's not bad at all. I still think Batman's really good. But in a lot of modern storylines, he feels kind of like stupidly overpowered, which Iron Man can. But Iron Man has flaws that kind of balance him out, which I feel at this point Batman doesn't really have many flaws in the comics. Yeah, he had but when he had it, it was more of a red color, which I like that design too. The one in the movies is just kind of the War Machine suit repainted to have the kind of your color scheme, which it comes back in Endgame. He has the Iron Patriot suit again. I always thought that was weird. He had it in Iron Man 3, then he went back to War Machine, which I like the War Machine color scheme too. I'm just a sucker for blue. I don't think they should. Iron Man should stay dead. I like the character, but have him stay dead. No more Iron Man. He's dead. You can do storylines of War Machine or something. I don't know. If they do that, I think the MCU is officially screwed. If they resort to bringing back dead characters like that. who they perfectly sent off. Oh, are you talking about the Suicide Squad thing? Yeah, I'm really confused about that. They're calling it a Suicide Squad project, but all they have shown us is Harley Quinn, Joker, and Amanda Waller, which is not. It's not giving me much faith. Hopefully, it'll be good. But also, they showed dragons and pig people. It'll at least be kind of weird. I'll give them that. But honestly, I feel like at this point, if you want to do a Harley Quinn thing, just make something where she's off on her own. I think that's when she works best. I actually don't think she works that well with the Suicide Squad. Because she can be more chaotic when she's on her own, which she's kind of a naturally chaotic character. Because she's been in 2 Suicide Squad movies. Let her, if you want to do another thing with her, make another Harley Quinn movie. I didn't watch. Oh, I saw a bit of Birds of Prey, and I thought it wasn't that bad what I saw. Maybe one day I'll watch it. Just kind of busy. But my mom was watching it, and you know what? It didn't look half bad. The action was fun, from what I remember. Yeah, there was like a green monster. I remember that. That might be Killer Croc. I prefer King Shark. I'm more of a King Shark guy. Easily, just because I like sharks. Killer Croc's actually a pretty solid character. But if you're gonna put somebody on the Suicide Squad and it's either King Shark or Killer Croc, I'm gonna say King Shark. Just put Killer Croc in a Batman movie. You know, I like Killer Croc. He's still cool. I remember I watched like the I think first maybe 2 seasons. I thought it was good the first time I watched it. I rewatched it and I just didn't like it that much. It's not bad. I feel like I can understand if somebody enjoys it. I don't know. It was weird because I remember actually liking the first episodes a decent amount. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's not super rewatchable, but the first time it was pretty solid. I would say. In no way was it bad. It had King Shark in it though. That's good. Always good. Makes me happy. But having a show about supervillains is good. I'm glad we have that. Yeah, Killer Croc. In the earlier stories, he was actually pretty smart. He wasn't just a big dumb idiot like he is in a lot of stories now. And he's pretty tragic, like a pretty tragic character. Where did I put? There was a piece that was bigger. What show are you talking about? No, not a show. The comics. When he was first introduced, and also in a lot of comics, he's a lot more of a like sad character. He was also a lot smaller. He wasn't as big of a guy, which is fine. You can make him a big crocodile monster. I'm fine with that. In the animated series, he wasn't. The animated series did a lot of villains really well, but Killer Croc wasn't one of them, in my opinion. I like the thing where he talks about a rock. I like that. He wasn't super dumb all the time, though, so at least there was that. But he wasn't really sympathetic. They kind of went out of their way to make him not sympathetic, which is to me the character was always very sympathetic. And then they also didn't handle Bane that well. I think for a lot of shows, the best. Well, for a lot of like Batman villains, like underrated ones, you're probably not going to find the best version of them in like TV shows and movies because they're not used much. Like especially for Killer Croc, best Killer Croc stuff is not going to be in a show or a movie. It's going to be in a comic. Just because he doesn't get used much, and when he does, he's just kind of eh. Actually, they shouldn't. They should be shooting more like straight out. Yeah, because these are big. Okay. So now we're gonna. So my brother's getting ready for something, so you might hear some audio and stuff, but it's no big deal. I'll just turn up the music. Actually, you might be able to. Not too much movement. Alrighty. I might be able to actually just turn it down a bit. So I'm not talking much. Focusing on this. It's still gonna need to mask that just because of the shadow, but it'll make. Whatever. Still have to mask it anyway, so it's not that big of a problem. Alright, later. Then we'll send the camera to the end. Alrighty. You're going to your area right now? Alright. Oh, wait. Move the camera slightly forward. Alright. I think I'll mask just to see how it looks. Or at least I'll start masking before I end the stream. Yeah, I'll at least go to 2 hours. Might as well. I think we're just going to use a bigger eraser. Because, yeah, we can erase the guy. Because I left him there for the purpose that I can just do this. Makes my life a lot easier. Oh, wait. Went too far. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so then I'm going to use a smaller brush. Just
Hey Wales, with YouTube Premium, there are no ads. Get YouTube Premium, all YouTube, no interruptions.
I'll do. We want to delete this. Rid of that, so there's no shadow. Okay. Oh, bad erase. Alright, now I got the smaller eraser, more detail work. Masking, like, to me, is the most annoying part of animating. I hate it. If I could pay somebody like $5 just to do it for me, I would easily. But I feel like it's a good thing to practice. Oh, crud. Well, I messed up. There. See this? This should have been erased, but I forgot to. I don't think there is an undo button. At least not on this software. There used to be, but... Alright, now we're going to need a big eraser. What song is this? Ugh. Alrighty. Alright, that's good enough for me. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. Alrighty, bye guys. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna eat something.